Hi, Susan. How are you doing? All right. So, are you attracted to color in design? Is that one of the first things you? Because I noticed you mentioned color in both of your good examples. I was just wondering if you're typically attracted to color before other elements of design. Interesting concept when you think about it. Good examples are great. Really, really interesting techniques here. Note that this composition here has built, and I'm saying this for a reason, and the reason is because we are going to employ techniques in our final assignment for the class right after this current hand tool assignment. We're going to go and move into a postage stamp assignment, illustrative portraits, and we're going to use a flat technique. And I think this is really an interesting technique because this is pure flat. This is just nothing but color. There's no gradients here. And that's just a really interesting way to depict depth, dimension, and volume without using gradients or drop shadows. So this is a really, really effective technique, and one I want you to keep in mind as we move into the final project. I'm really interested in this piece. I think this piece is fantastic, and I think you alluded to one of the areas of success in this, and this. It looks like it's moving. I mean, there's a technique called visual vibration, and basically it's a derivative of what was called op art, OPART, op art. And if you want to research that and take a look at that a little bit, you'll see that we've got this intentional visual vibration here to support the fact that this looks like it's in movement. There's no gradient here at all. There's very little overlapping, but actually that's not true. There's quite a bit of overlapping. But the way that the composition is assembled, it looks like it's in movement. And I think that's a really, really interesting technique. Off to the bad example. Okay, now I had included a couple of typographic resources in the announcements area. And I want you to take a look at this composition, and I want you to tell me typographically the biggest issue with this composition, and let me know what you think, because I'm not gonna tell you. I want you to get this, and we'll talk about it once you respond to this post. But yeah, it's got issues. I mean, it took me up to the point where I read this until I realized this was backroom bingo and not backroom Bing. So that's a problem, of course. And of course, that has to do with the fact that the stroke size of the circle associated with the O and bingo is just so much different than this typeface right here. And that's all I'm going to give, because I don't want to give up too much. I want you to really decipher this and tell me typographically what the issue is and how it can be rectified. Great job. Thank you so much for sharing.